Hello, welcome. This is Susan Lopresti, and I am so excited to have you here with me today. And I'm grateful to you for allowing me to spend time with you so that I may offer you valuable tools that you may begin to heal and thrive regardless of your age. I want to take this time to really get into what I do for a living and make you aware of how it is that I help women. And one of the tools that I'll talk about today. I am a holistic health coach, Reiki, meditation, and breathwork practitioner. And my mission is to give midlife women the tools necessary to transition into this wonderful time of life easily and effortlessly so they can continue to live long, healthy, happy, productive lives for many years to come. And isn't that really what we all just want? We want to be able to live our lives feeling great, having some purpose, and just continuing to do the things that we've always done before. The way that I help women to stay healthy is through many different healing modalities besides just the food on your plate. Health is holistic, and I like to get to the root cause of symptoms instead of just putting a band aid on those symptoms. If my clients are open to receiving a Reiki healing or to doing meditation, I will incorporate both of those into my health coaching sessions. But the client needs to feel comfortable before we do that. But I actually became very passionate about helping midlife women when my own health challenges began in my midlife years. When I reached my mid 40s, I would say, I was gaining weight, especially around my waist and my belly area. I began trying all these fad diets to lose weight, and I would lose the weight, but I'd feel really crappy. Around the same time that my waist measurements were increasing, I also began getting migraine headaches. I would get what is called the aura, which is this flashing light that would come out of my left eye, and it would just be like a kaleidoscope, like a light bulb flashing, and I would see things geometrically. It's very, very weird, and it's even hard to describe. But that would last for about 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, as quick as that light started flashing, it would immediately stop. And once that stopped and disappeared, I would then get a massive headache that could literally take my breath away. Coupled with migraines and the weight gain also came extreme exhaustion. I would drag myself out of bed every morning to go to work. My head would be cloudy. I couldn't think straight. I had a hard time remembering things, and I had extreme aches and pains and frozen shoulder. Doctors were not giving me the answers that I was looking for. I was being told that it was normal for a woman my age to be gaining weight, feeling tired, getting headaches, and having forgetfulness. It's part of the aging process, they would tell me. But those were not acceptable answers for me. So I set out to figure out what was wrong with me and what I could do about it. That's when I went all in with health and wellness, and I started thinking about my whole body. I began reading many books and researching doctors, particularly traditional Chinese medicine and functional medicine doctors. Luckily for me, I found a wonderful doctor who helped me tremendously. She diagnosed me right away as having celiac disease as well as Hashimoto's disease. At that point, my doctor put me on thyroid medication, and the rest of the healing process was in my own hands by educating myself on what I needed to do to heal. Now, don't get me wrong. My functional medicine doctor helped me to understand what it meant to be gluten free. She gave me tons of advice and tons of recipe ideas of how to remain gluten free and incorporate it into my everyday life. We also talked about being dairy free, sugar free, caffeine free. I would call myself a pescatarian because I do eat fish. I hardly ever eat poultry. Once in a while, I will have a piece of a high quality steak, like a filet mignon, but hardly ever. It was through the help of my doctor that I was really able to heal. She offered me the suggestions, and then the responsibility was in my hands. There were no prescription medications except for thyroid medication. I had high cholesterol. She showed me how to reduce my cholesterol levels. I did have some elevated sugar levels when I first went to see her. She showed me how to manage that as well. I will talk about this topic in depth with you another time, but I want you to know that we are all capable of healing our ailments once we get to the root cause of the symptoms. And that's what I wish to help other women to do as well. There is so much that we could do on our own to improve our health, and that is what I am most passionate about. There are many ways to feel better, and I want to share all of them with you. And that is the purpose of my podcast and my health coaching programs. Today's topic is one that I'm very passionate about, and that is Reiki. And I actually just received my third level of certification in Reiki. And I'm going to be talking about Reiki and how it can improve your life as well. So, first, we need to understand what is Reiki. And Reiki is an energy healing technique that originates from Japan. It helps balance a person's energy, remove energy blockages, and release negative energy. Energy therapies are based on the concept that disturbances in energy fields in and around the body result in illness, and that improving the flow and balance of energy can improve your health and your well being. Now, a few episodes back, I spoke about feng shui, which basically feng shui is allowing the energy to flow freely without blockages in your home. And that also helps with your physical healing. So, as you can see, we are all energy, and energy is all around us, whether it's our body or our environment or other people that we interact with. And so, you're going to hear me speak a lot about energy therapies, which are based on the concept that disturbances in energy fields and in and around the body results in illness. Energy therapies are based on the concept that disturbances in energy fields in and around the body result in illness, and that improving the flow and the balance of energy can improve your health and your well being. So, what to expect in a Reiki session together? I begin the Reiki session with a brief discussion as to why the client has chosen to have Reiki. Once that's established, I ask the client to lie down and to close their eyes. And I will take the client through a guided meditation to put them in a more relaxed state while they focus on their breath and they be in the present moment. Once the client is in this relaxed state, the Reiki session will begin. And to initiate treatment, I incorporate secret sacred symbols that I was given through the attunement process to allow energy to flow physical and temporal dimensions. I place my open palms facing one another, and I imagine placing my hands on each of the 7 chakras or energy centers within the body. During this time, I focus on the client and the ultimate desire for the session. I send my healing energy and my love to remove any blockages that can be in the way of achieving the ultimate goal. If energy in the body is low, weak, or blocked, this can contribute to emotional, mental, physical health problems, sickness, stress, and so on. Reiki balances the flow of subtle energy, releasing the trapped energy. And I focus on the chakras to balance and align them to restore the health of the body's energy to support the client both physically and emotionally. So I want to tell you some of the benefits that you'll see from Reiki are balances to mental health, enhancing learning, memory, and mental clarity. Help to heal emotional wounds, relief from emotional distress or sorrow when going through the grieving process, reducing stress, help people to feel more at peace or in harmony, allow greater capacity for empathy and love, improve self-confidence, help cope with challenges and life scenarios, improve sleep and making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. I am motivated to share the truth as far too many women are being put at risk of aging prematurely and other serious health complications as a result of their lifestyle choices. During our time, the client will learn specific, powerful, and all natural anti aging strategies. This experience is for anyone who wants to age gracefully. In this session, I talk about many alternative self care and healing practices that have been around for thousands of years that are tried and true to help the client to improve health and well being through easy lifestyle changes that have a profound effect on overall health and well being. Some of the topics that I cover with my clients, also in my podcast sessions and on my blog, are topics that cover free radicals, antioxidants, how to incorporate them into your diet. I talk a lot about flavonoids, polyphenols, and anthocyanins, what they are, and how to add more of them to your diet. I talk about different food choices that support healthy weight. I talk about the importance of quality of sleep and how our sex drive starts to diminish as we're aging. I talk about Ayurveda medicine and their self care practices. I talk about TCM or traditional Chinese medicine. I'll discuss oil pulling, tongue scraping, the benefits of lemon water, improving our lymphatic system, what it is, what it does for our bodies, and how it could greatly impact our health. I talk about the benefits of dry skin brushing and rebounding, face yoga, gua sha, facial reflexology. We talk about the benefits of meditation, clean skincare products, non toxic household cleaning products, the importance of social connection, love, and hobbies, and so much more. So, if this all sounds very intriguing to you, then I'm going to encourage you to follow my podcast, subscribe to it, share it out to your friends and family who you think would benefit from learning some of these healing techniques. And if you do share and you do subscribe, what that does for me is it increases my rating. And when my rating gets increased, I become exposed to the greater population of people. And so this allows me to reach out to people who are looking for the help that I have to offer. I am truly grateful for you. I really hope that today's little introduction to Reiki and to what it is that I do will open up some thoughts to you about alternative ways of healing, getting to the root cause of your symptoms, and not just putting a band aid on your symptoms by popping a prescription drug. Prescription drugs are great, and I'm not dissing them, but we want to get to the root cause so that we could heal. And that's what my coaching programs are all about. Until the next time, thank you so much for listening. Be well, stay happy. Bye for now.